You want to get it, but you ain't gonna do nothing about sitting there. You gotta get up, you know what I'm saying? And get yours, cause it's yours, you know what I mean?
Yo guys, Dead Prez here with another episode of the Dividend account journey. Not much has happened since the last video. We had a slight drop in the portfolio this week. Heading into Q1 earnings season, I expect a pullback in tech and to see many stocks sell off one last time for the year. That being said, no buys have been sent out as we're waiting to buy the dip, guys. In this shorter episode, I'll go over the top winners and losers in the portfolio for the week/month and talk more about the REITs. Here, looking at the month top winners, we can see Rio Tinto number 1 topping our portfolio. Big powerhouse with the dividend here, guys. They've been booming off the China reopening news. Iron ore prices are steadily rising. China's COVID policies are steadily being dropped, and hopefully COVID is a thing of the past, and then Rio Tinto can fly. Next up then we got Verizon, slower utility stock, big beat down for the last year, a steady rebound, nothing too special there. One of our biggest holdings though. Enbridge, this is a very nice one. We made a video on Enbridge on this channel. You guys want to go check that out. Talked about why I like Enbridge for the next 10 years, and we can see the shares are appreciating and paying a crazy dividend. So we have Shaw Communications. That's just like Verizon, another beat down utility stock. Shaw is just a Canadian utility stock. Instead, they pay a great dividend. Intel, and then Shell. Intel coming back with the semis. We can see tech is starting to get a little green in the last month. And Shell is an oil company and doing good with the recent buyout of Volta, charging station company, specializing in mostly electric mall charging, and they had a deal with Whole Foods where you could charge your Tesla at Whole Foods. I like that from Shell, buying the company at a very cheap valuation, and I kind of like the R&D for Shell. A lot of research and development coming. Here are the top 5 losers in the month. We have CVS at number 1. Not too worried. CVS is my number 1 gainer on the whole portfolio. CVS did have a lackluster earnings. Them, Rite Aid, and a lot of the competition in their sector have been steadily trading lower. Not too worried. I think that they'll find a support soon, and I'm just holding for the dividend. Not too worried about CVS, guys. AbbVie, same boat. AbbVie's been coming down. Lower revenue expectations for the year. Still super high dividend and one of my greater top picks, so 100% up. I'm not really looking to sell here. Holding on to that cushion with the dividend. Pepsi, another one, not the best revenue outlooks, but the earnings is pretty consistent and the dividend has stayed consistent, so keeping it somewhere in the middle of my portfolio like it is now. Got Microsoft. They just came out and did a lot of cuts in the job force, so that's going to free up a lot of money in the next quarter earnings, so I'm not too worried about this quarter's earnings. And then we got 3M, who reports next week. I'm expecting actually revenue growth and beat from. So we'll see if 3M can pick it up and start to pick up the slack that it's been kind of trading lower after all those lawsuits. But 3M, another one I'm not too worried about. I got in after the lawsuit, so I'm hoping that we got in at a good price and 3M can steadily climb back to where it was. And finally, guys, for the end of the video, we're going to go over just the REITs. We don't talk too much about the REIT portfolio because it's not too big of a weight in my portfolio as a total, only $340 right now. We're going to slowly build it up, just testing the waters. You guys can see my top holdings here, top gainers for the quarter. Hannon Armstrong Sustainable Energy. This is green energy. The government loves that right now, so it's pretty obvious why it's going up so much. Ventus Medical Properties Trust, 2 medical companies, REIT companies. Stag, that's industrial right there, and then American Tower. Probably American Tower is my favorite out of the bunch. And then to round out the bottom, we really only have 2 losers. One is Gladstone Commercial, they do single tenant and multi-tenant anchored properties, and then Innovative Industrial Properties does weed properties. So we're not looking very good for the weed properties. They've been going down and down almost pretty much every month. So we're gonna keep an eye on this one to see if we're gonna have to cut it, but everything else is looking pretty good so far in the REIT portfolio, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Next episode will be more in depth as we start to deploy more capital into the portfolio. I noticed last video, guys, a lot of people who are watching aren't even subscribed. If you're still watching, hit that subscribe button for me. It lets me know that you guys are appreciating the series and lets me know to continue doing it. Also, guys, don't forget to go to my Stan store in the bio and get my free ebook. You can also book a consultation with me or buy my $5 ebook. Any support is appreciated, guys. Thank you for watching.